Okay, hey guys, Ryan here with Retechulous. Sorry about yesterday's strategy session. Had to cancel last minute and then had some problems with the audio of the recorded session. So here we are today. I'm going to walk you through the funnel that was built and I'll show you exactly what was done here to get some really good results overnight. Cool thing about messing up the recording is now that as I record this, I'm able to report back to you what actually happened. And what you're looking at the screen here is the opt-in rates for the capture pages that were built. This is our first step page. Is converting at 21% to traffic from Facebook. We've had 128 visitors, 27 opt-ins. That's 27 leads added to Andy's page here, and I'll show you what we've been doing in a minute. And then of those 27, okay, 12 have opted in. So basically, 12 have opted into the second step survey. Now let me show you the first step right here. The first step page looks like this. This is our free weekly list of Dunedin, Florida government bank-owned foreclosure deals. Remember, that's converting at 21%. And then after people opt in, they're coming here to a page that says, great, your property list has been emailed. So they're going to check their email to get the list from Andy. And then we've got this little start the mortgage process form that works so well as a second step. If you think you might be buying a house in the next 3 to 24 months, you might want to get pre-approved, go ahead and fill out these questions. And we've gotten 12 people to fill this out. This is pretty good stuff, right? These are solid leads for Andy and his mortgage guy. These can be copied to your mortgage guy. Let the mortgage guy kind of pre-qualify, do his thing and then hand the lead back to the realtor. And this all happens as part of the flow where the agent is building his list. Now, let me show you how much this costs. Remember I said there were 21 people added to the list and 12 of them filled out that second step survey. You're going to really like this when you see how much this cost. We're getting 8 cents a click. Here's the total spend, $7.87. Come on, 21 people in his database for $7.87. I know that's under 50 cents. If I do the math in my head, it's probably closer to like 35 cents an opt-in. And then if you divide that by 12, you're looking almost at like 60 cents maybe to get somebody to fill out that little survey. This is amazing stuff, guys. And this isn't really much different. This isn't varying at all from our core sort of process where we offer a foreclosure list, our tried and true, and then we get people into our database, then we follow up with emails. But I want to show you in a little more depth some of the things we're doing here to make sure that Andy gets the kind of leads he wants. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is the targeting on this ad, and I'm going to show you the ad right now. It's free weekly list of Dunedin bank-owned foreclosures and other deals. See the list now. This is being run exactly to people in this little town, and it's being shown only to homeowners. And that's the key point here, is that Andy happens to own another business in town. He owns a bar. He's busy, a bunch of kids, all that stuff. He doesn't really have time for too many buyer leads, but he would like to get more listings over time and would like to stay visible in the community. So this campaign is doing a lot of things for him. It's putting his name out there, of course, and in fact, his fan page is branded to him, which we usually frown upon, but it's working fine here. And it's putting homeowners, people who might list with him someday, into his database. 21 in the last 24 hours for $7.87. All of these people opting in to see foreclosure list own a home in the area. Now, what he can do through the follow-up is continue to send the list every week, but he can also send good investment deals. He can ask people if they have any relatives who want to live nearby. He can generate buyer traffic and then build a relationship over time and get listings from this. So here's the ad targeted to homeowners. That's one major thing. The other big thing that I did want to point out was that he is using his fan page, which is branded to him. And we usually don't like this. We would usually like to see a page like Dunedin real estate deals or deals in Pinellas County or something like that. But it's working here for Andy because I think because people probably know him in the area. He's lived there a long time. He owns a bar. And even if the cost per lead was really high, he'd be getting the benefit of that brand exposure. So this is kind of those rare cases where it's actually working to have the name in the fan page. Now, the other thing we did here, maybe to defray the conversion killing aspect of having a realtor, in the fan page name, is that we've made it prominent here. If people visit the page, we've made people know that Andy was actually on House Hunters, which is kind of cool, and maybe that helps build a little bit of trust. Maybe we're borrowing some trust from House Hunters. So that's here on the fan page. So again, guys, foreclosure list offer, second step survey, 21 leads for $7.87. 12 of them filled out the survey. I'm sure a few of those gave a phone number. And now the last thing I want to show you is the follow-up that we're doing. And I want you to keep in mind that all of this was spun up in about a half hour, because a lot of this is already pre-built in LeadBarrel. You can just go and copy the funnel, right where it says copy the funnel from Vine. All you need to do if you have access to LeadBarrel and a Retechulous membership is come in here, go to the real estate section, grab the foreclosure list page right here and copy the whole thing, including the email follow-up sequence, all into your account, and then you just make a few edits to fit your market and you're good to go. Let me show you that drip campaign right here. Okay, so far we can see the numbers here. Actually 53% have 18 have delivered, have 53 have gone through. He's gotten 5 opens, which is fine. Most of the people are seeing it right away. So 5 of those 21 have seen it. He's gotten 1 unsubscribe, which is fine. That means that of the 21 people who opted in, just 1 has unsubscribed so far, saying, yeah, okay, whatever, I don't want to be on this list moving forward. Here are the emails in the sequence. Email 1 simply says, you're for a Dunedin foreclosure list. Here's the list. Click for the link. Just curious, are you an investor or are you potentially looking for a house to live in? That's our open-ended conversational autoresponder. I haven't talked to Andy yet, but I'm sure over time he's going to get some people replying to that. He's going to get into conversations that lead to sales and appointments. Day 1, I forgot to get asked yesterday. Do you have any specific criteria in mind for your next property? I'd be happy to take a look in the MLS database and handpick a few properties for you. Just let me know. Short, conversational. People feel like maybe they should respond either way, yes or no. Gets them in the conversations. Now here, what we've done is we've delivered the foreclosure list. You'll see on day 7, we're now going to just continue to deliver the list. Here's your updated list link. The link goes back to his website where they can view the list. Feel free to be in touch if you have any questions. And we basically used the duplicate function to quickly create the campaign. And we'll have this right now. I have it going out 70 days, but I'll extend this out about a year. And then on day 181, about 6 months in, here's our powerful take you off the list email. It says, it's been about 6 months since you accessed the list. Are you still interested? I like to remove people who aren't, so I can avoid being a spammer. Let me know either way. And we know that this email itself will get some response on some level, and you'll be surprised at how many people say, hey, I've been reading them, even though you doesn't look like I have. I never interact with you. I've been reading these things, and I want you to keep sending them. Which just tells you that this is a lot of the people opting into this funnel. This is about building the relationship over a long time. What we're doing for Andy here is we're popping his offer to receive a weekly list of the foreclosures in the area. It's interesting stuff in front of local homeowners. And we're sitting them on this list, and we're going to send them 1 email a week or maybe more. Anytime Andy has a promo, maybe, an open house, he can mail it out. And we're going to say, hey, let's put 100, 200, 500, maybe 1,000 Dunedin homeowners into this database, touch them every week. And what's going to happen as a result? Listings, right? Eventually people are just going to reach out and say, Andy, I want to sell my house, because they're going to know him as their agent. And all of this now is on autopilot, starting with the Facebook ad, over through to the squeeze page, right? The second step survey to cull out the hotter leads, get those to his mortgage guy. Maybe he'll get the occasional hot buyer, right? And then the follow-up sequence keeps sending people back into his website. And I didn't even show you. He's got a nice little WordPress blog where he has an IDX embedded. He's got a foreclosure page, so people can come back in here every week, see a little bit more about Andy. I'm going to get him to get his house hunter video over here in the sidebar. He should have a little kind of thing for the bar that he owns, I think, over here in the side, so that he gets that double exposure and people can connect him to the bar if they happen to go to the bar, like, hey, that's Andy, and they'll feel comfortable talking to him when they see him there, stuff like that. But they're pulling him. The incubation is happening as they're pulled back into his site, and this is where the IDX takes over. They come to the foreclosure page, they get into his IDX, they look at the properties, and then they can search for other properties. And this is the big shift, guys. I'll stop rambling on here in a minute. Instead of using IDX as our main opt-in, what we're doing is we're using it as the after-opt incubation tool. We're calling people back into it. They get deeper in. They search for properties. They ask questions. We're not using it as front-end lead gen. Instead, for front-end lead gen, what we're doing is we're using this simple little page. It gets us a 21%. Where'd it go? Gets us a nice little 21% opt-in on 8-cent clicks off Facebook, 50-cent, 60-cent leads. Half of those people or more fill out that second step survey, and at $1 a piece, we're adding people to our database who might list with us someday. Because remember, these are all homeowners. That's about it. So I know it's not our typical strategy session for the week, but I wanted to get something out. Felt bad about canceling last minute, and this might be fundamentals for a lot of you guys. But I think if you don't already have this in place, you should do it. I mean, and commit to spending, say, maybe just $500 over the next month or two to get a few hundred people into your database, and you're really going to like the return on investment here. If you're a Retechulous member and you need help with any of this, reach out, support at retechulous.com. We'll help you get set up. Any hurdles you might be having, get the ads set up, the pages. If you're not already a Retechulous member, come on, man. Go ahead, go to retechulous.com, join, and you'll get everything you need to get started with this, including the access to lead barrel and the pre-built funnels that you can one-click copy. Okay, thanks a lot.